Honestly, I feel like the greatest showman because this is the moment we've been waiting for. But oh man, she ain't done yet. Check out the physicality in the freshman, getting a big and one to extend the lead. Grayson, you and I both know that when this team gets rocking, they just keep rolling. But woo-wee, they aren't done yet. You know what they say, cut off the head and you kill the snake. In this case, take Kyle D'Agostino out of the game and the path to victory is crystal clear. But the playoffs might just be the reset button they need to disprove the doubters. And what a better opponent to play than the one that started that skid. Kyler D'Agostino did what he does best and had a scoring fest. Wilson starts with the football and whoop, it's gone. Snap is too high and the Buckeyes jump on the football. Now I've kept you waiting long enough. Let's get into some action. Right at kickoff, the unknown was the type of game that would be played. On offensive shootout or defensive rock-off.
We welcome reporter Shane Scalfaro.
Well, Jack, the conference championship is in reach for the Spartans girls. With 3 big games ahead, including one against former champs Vinton County, their fate is in their own hands.
Vikings defense was working well, but it didn't quite feel like the same team tonight, did it?
Not completely, but in some ways it was positive. This game flew away from the Falcons and they were just unable to catch up. Washington Courthouse overpowered them to pull out this big win.
This Memphis defense gave up more points than usual. What was different tonight, Shane?
Mata, the Blue Line offense just looks like too much for the Falcon defense.
We're going to go ahead and welcome in Alexander lead reporter Shane Scalfaro to help us break down the highs and lows of that game.
Haley, every team looks towards Dayton, but for Alexander, they couldn't connect the dots.
We're going to switch over to the girls now, and I hear they got a monkey off their back, Shane.
Bryce, the moment has finally come for the Lady Spartans.
So Shane, last week the ground game was the focal point of Eastern's dominating win. Was it the same story this time around?
It really was. I mean, Eastern thrives on running the ball down your throat and wearing defenses down to allow for more explosive plays.
But one of them had to win tonight. To see who picked up their first win is TVC reporter Shane Scalfaro.
Yeah, like you said, Grayson, these teams have struggled to start the season. Before tonight, River Valley averaged just under 7 points per game while allowing over 43 to the opponent. On the other side, Meigs has been shut out in 3 of their 4 games. River Valley student section is hyped and so are these teams. And just look at that GG branding. But let's jump into the first quarter. Raiders' first drive stalls, Meigs in the red zone. Griffin Cleland moving around in the backfield, pass to Jake Martin, and look at the toe tap, 6-0 Marauders. Meigs' second drive, handoff is to Conley Burnham, and he sets the field on fire. All you can see is smoke. Let's speed up those 80 yards. He can do one better, adding another touchdown. This guy is shifty. Just look at all those broken ankles. This one goes for 40. Burnham puts them up 18-0. River Valley offensive struggles continue. Snap is mishandled and Garrett Roberts recovers the ball for Meigs. Ensuing drive, Cleveland sends it to Dutton Vance for another TD. They'll get their extra 2, 26-0 Marauders. And hey, there's a will, there's a way. River Valley finds a rhythm and Evan Wilbur gets them on the board. Meigs keeps it rolling though. Cleveland is going to take it in himself for the touchdown and taking a 32-6 lead into the locker room. The Marauders kept the pedal down in the second and getting their win 40-6.
So Meigs snaps their losing streak, but let's dig a little deeper. What caused the turnaround tonight that they can look to build on?
Honestly, it comes down to health. Marauders offensive stars in Griffin Cleland, Conley Burnham, and Dylan Howard have all missed time, adding on their leading tackler in Zach Goebel, and they haven't had time for consistency. But man, oh man, look at what happens when they're all on the field together. The explosiveness is there, and they may be able to keep up with anyone in the TVC Ohio.
With this game, River Valley's point per game average goes down to 6.6. Something isn't clicking there.
You know, Grayson, I'm a firm believer that when you aren't sold on your starting QB, success is hard to come by. For the Raiders, they are constantly switching between senior Mason Browning and freshman Gary Perry. I think you have to figure that out so everyone is on the same page offensively. And I know it can add an element of surprise, but that can only last so long when there's film on you.
As we look ahead, tell me what's on the horizon for these two teams.
For the Marauders, they have a tough task ahead with Nelsonville York coming to town. And you and I both know, conference matchups, they just mean more. So that should be a good one to watch. And the Raiders, they head over to Wellston for another shot at their elusive first win. And how great would it be for them to get on the road? Always harder to win in enemy territory.
Yeah, Meigs pulls away with the huge win. First of the season and first in TVC Ohio play. River Valley still searching for answers though. Thanks for your great work, Shane.